You're live with Victoria again for another live Facebook feed. So what we're going to do today, we're going to be doing some marbling using our gel polishes. So it's a really simple technique, but until you're actually shown how to do it, it can be quite tricky to understand it. So I just wanted to show you how I use it and some of my favourite colours. So as normal, as and when you're joining in, if you want to comment, post anything below. If you've got any questions or any ones that you've tried, feel free just to post them below because I love to hear. So I'm going to start off. So what I've got here, I've got my nail prepped already. I've removed all the surface shine. I've base coated it. I've cured it. And now I'm going to put on my colour. So the colour that I'm going to use today as my base is like a mint green colour. So something a little bit different. I love these colours, and I find with the marbling, actually sometimes the colours that are complete opposites work really well. They're like real contrasting colours. So what I'm going to do is put 2 layers of this colour on first of all. So I'm just going to cover the nail. So again, if any of you are joining us, I'm just going to be showing you some gel polish marbling techniques today. Now, marbling with the gel polish is a lot easier than, I'm just going to pop that underneath. So I've just done my first layer. It's going to go under my LED. Marbling with your gel polish is 10 times easier than marbling with a normal nail varnish. So some of you may have tried the water marbling or the similar kind of technique that I'm using today with the dotting tool, but it's really tricky. So have a go with your gel polish. You can use any colours you want. So today, as I said, I'm using my mint green colour, and any of you, those that are joining us, if you've tried it with any other colours, pop it on below. So I've done my first layer. I'll just bring that back out into camera. I'm going to do a second layer. So my first layer I cured. Now my second layer that I'm doing, I'm not actually going to cure this. I'm going to then add in my other colours. So when I first started, nobody told me this part, and I cured this layer first of all, and I didn't get the same result. So just make sure, as normal, you come round and you cap the sides. So I'm just going to do that. So again, something different for you to try, especially if you're getting ready for your festive seasonal parties, etc. So now what I'm going to do over the top of this, before I put it under the lamp, I'm going to use my 3 colours. So I would always use 2 or 3 colours additional on top of this. So I've got a blue, a pink and a yellow, and I'm literally just going to place these dots on randomly across the nail. So it can look quite messy to start with. So I'm just going to take my blue, I'm going to load up my brush, and all I'm going to do is just pop it on. So you can see no particular pattern or anything like that. You can always go back and add to this, so keep your lids off just slightly. So those of you that are just joining, I'm just literally showing you a simple marbling technique using your gel polish, and I was saying how much easier this is to do with your gels compared to your normal nail varnish. As I said, when I first started, we didn't really have all these different colours, so in your gel polishes, but now you have such a great range. So again, I'm just adding on my little blobs of colour as I do, just popping it on as I did. So any of you that join us, hi Jess, nice to see you again. What's the best gels to use? So gel wise, it's your personal preference. I like the IBD or the OPI. I don't know what ones you've tried yourselves out there, depending on your price range as well. So have a go. As I said, IBD, they do some great colours, and artistic as well. So now I've got my colours on here. I'm just going to take my dotting tool. So just a simple dotting tool. All I'm now going to start to do is literally just create some swirls within the colours. So I'm just going to start at the base. And all I'm going to do is just move the gel polish around the nail. And what you start to see is the colours start to merge into each other. Now, remember with marbling, there's no set sort of pattern to it. You can marble it as much or as little as you want. So once you start to get some kind of pattern going on, the trick here is to leave it. So I'm just starting to see those colours merging into each other. if you found at this point as well that you needed to add any more colours, you can just go back and simply just dot them into place where you wanted them to be. So don't be frightened. I'm just going to twist that to the camera so you can see the colours just sort of merging into each other. And as I said, what's nice about this is you can continually move these colours until you're 100% happy with where they are. So I'm nearly there. And what I would say is just be careful you don't overwork it, because what happens when you start to overwork it is it just ends up in a big splodge of colour. So I'm just going to pop that under my lamp now. Make sure you fully cure it as normal. And as I said before, if you want to try it with some different colours, with it being Christmassy time, your greens, your reds, your golds, your glitters. The only thing I would find sometimes with your glitters is you don't always get a really good marble effect. So that's why I've chosen these colours today, just to show you one of my favourite designs. So when this then comes out, I'm just going to use a top coat to seal everything in. Now I would use 2 layers of top coat, so I'm just going to bring that out. So it's set obviously, but we've still got that tacky layer on there as normal. I don't know whether any of you have tried this technique, but have a go with it with your gel polishes. It's super easy and quick to do, and you can do it on literally any size, any length nail should I say, not size. So I'm just going to seal that round. I'm going to do 2 layers, so my first layer, and then I can just pop that under the lamp. And as I said, you don't need a long nail. You can do it on short nails. I don't know whether any of you have done your nail designs for Christmas yet on your own nails, but this is something that's easy to do on yourself. So like on your ring finger or your thumb, really easy to do. And these kind of designs are going to be the ones that we're going to be showing in our new gel nail art course launching in January. So we're going to start with some of your marbling, going on to your glitters, freehand drawing with the gel polish, all sorts of fun things. So do check it out in January. I'm just going to do one more layer before we finish. So you can use a non-cleansed top coat if you wanted to. It doesn't matter, whatever. Or if you wanted to add in any rhinestones, you could add in your rhinestones. So just make sure, obviously when you're working on a tip and it's stuck, just make sure the nail sits nice and straight. Pop that under. When it comes out, this is a cleansed top coat, so I'm going to just need to take off the sticky residue. But as I said, it's something that's really simple, effective. So what we've done here is we've base coated, we've done the first layer of colour, put it under, we've done the second layer. Before we then cure it, that's when we then start adding in the dots of different colours. And today I used the blue, the pink and the yellow, so 3 different colours. And then we've placed it onto the nail, swirled it, cured it, and then 2 layers of top coat. So when this one then comes out, I'm just going to take my dual cleanse, wipe over, so you take off all that sticky residue. And there you can see your real simple, but yet effective nail design. So I'll just twist that to the camera for you to see. So as I said, you can do it with any colours. And what I would point out is I'll just bring another one into shot as well that I've done earlier. So when you do the marbling effect, if you were doing all 10, literally every single finger will look slightly different. That is normal. That is freehand marbling. But as I said, you can do it with any colours, but looks really effective just on that ring finger. So I hope you've enjoyed being live with me today. We're going to be back in January for some new live feeds, and we're going to be doing things like skincare, makeup, all different things. So join us back. I hope you have a lovely Christmas and a happy new year. And as I said, if you want to post anything below, I will comment and come back to you. If you've got any designs you've done, feel free to post them and I'll be more than happy to comment and give you feedback.